Hello? Hello, is anybody there? Can you hear me? Um, I do. I'm going to panic now, aren't I? Think I'm live. Am I live? Am I not? Can you hear me? Can you not? Am I just doing like a mime to you? Um, Good evening, Michelle. Good evening, Anna Marie. Looking forward to the launches. Thank you. And see them in reality, which I'm sure will be even more gorgeous. Well, I hope so. But still, again, even though I show you them here and they look fabulous, when you get them home, it's a whole new level, isn't it, when you get them home and have a look. Um, Nanny to the girls, hello. Looking forward to these four. Handcrafted by Gaz, hello. Hi, Helen. Thank you for joining. We were chatting earlier, weren't we? Oh yes, because I was chatting with Helen because we were discussing whether or not to create a separate page on my Facebook, for you guys to post all your makes that are either inspired by something that I've done or with my papers. So we were discussing whether it's something that you'd maybe like. Laura, hello. Gaz, I'm here with my bells on. Well, I hope they're in your hair or on earrings, Gaz. Just saying. um, Linda, hello. Nana Kim, hello. Diane, Vicky, hello. We definitely were, Helen. Bethan, hello. Lynn, hello. Emma, nice for you to join us. Thank you very much. Got a little list here of stuff that I need to discuss with you so I don't forget. I've got my pen so I can tick them off as I go. You know what I'm like. How dare you question the location of my bells? But I'm not the only one, Gaz. Elizabeth, hello. Linda, have to go pick up grocery. We'll have to watch back later. Well, thank you for joining, even if only for a few minutes. I'm shooketh. I bet you are. Carol, good evening. I'm quite excited about tonight, I've got to admit. It's a little bit different to my other launches. There's no box tonight. It is very organised for me. There's lists all over. Now, I'm not saying that I actually look at my lists and follow them and tick things off, but there is lists. I do have lists all over. Because I have to, I forget things. I've got so much, on my phone, I've got so much in my calendar. I've got reminders to when I've got headache, reminders when I can take my next tablets. I've got reminders for all sorts. If the kids say to me, shout me in an hour because, I want to watch something on telly or something like that, I have to put a reminder in my phone. I have alarms going off like you wouldn't believe. My memory is shocking. It's really bad. Good evening. Handcrafted by Gaz. Is everyone everyone look at them tidy shelves behind her. I tidied them up just for you. There was a little bit of a mess. I thought, what can you see on the screen? And then what you can't, I've just pushed to the sides. Crafty Chimp, hello. Love the hair. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. It's growing so long. I'm debating whether to trim it again. I do it all the time. I have it cut into a bob and then I let it grow. And I love each sort of stage. So it's quite fun for me because I get to have lots of different hairstyles till it gets to a certain length. And then it's too much for me and I have it trimmed again. Laura, hi Michelle, looking forward to seeing these lovely new releases. Thank you very much and thank you for joining. Maggie, hello. We all know Maggie, don't we? She was on, although we all know Gaz, don't we? They were both, no, Maggie was on the Craft Factor when we did that at CC, and Gaz was on a craft along, or 2 or 3 or 4, Gaz. Maggie is absolutely lovely, disgustingly talented, as most of you are. Rhonda, hello. Lynn Martin, hello. Hi, Michelle. Looking forward to seeing your new papers. Or 6, is that how many it was, Gaz? 6 craft alongs. I think you did more than me. Lynn Martin, hello. Olga, hello. Is that my? What? It is, look. It's that side, look. A little tag sticking out. Um, right. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is, don't forget, for every comment, you're going to get put into a little prize draw, and at the end, we'll draw it. And then you'll win a little prize. Let's tick that one off. Prize for commenting. Tick. And also, don't forget, you will also win a prize for buying. So anyone who buys within the next 24 hours, sort of off of the back of this live, will also win something. So normally I say you'll win a box, because I'm not doing a box this time, and I will tell you why. Bless you, thank you. Well done, Gaz, for your craft alongs. What I'm saying, boxes, right? Prize for buying. So within the next 24 hours, you will win a prize, and for buying. Start again. So if in the next 24 hours you have purchased from me, you will get put into a prize draw to win a prize, and that's just to say thank you for buying from me. So because there's not a box, that's where I got to, isn't it? Because there's not a box this time, what it's going to be is, it'll just be another set of the papers, so you can pick from the 4 a full set. I'm making sure that I'm missing no comments. Sue Thomas, hello. Clarice, hello. Prizes, hooray. Yes. We all like a prize. In fact, I was going to draw so if you commented on my page through the week, when I said, if you want to win one of these in the circus papers of your choice, do all that commenting. Now, I was going to pick someone today, but I've been so busy that I haven't had chance. So what I will do is, after this live, I'll go back to that post, I'll pick a name, and I'll pop you a message to say that you've won that, and then you can let me know which sheets you would like from the circus collections. So because it's still open, technically, if you want to go look at that post, and sort of follow the little rules that I put there, you've still got time to do that, because I'll draw that later on tonight. Through my list really well. Your papers are amazing. Thank you, Emma. Donna, hello. Finally made a live. Fabulous. The advent calendar tutorial you did was so easy to follow. I love mine. Thank you. Yeah. It's one of them, because it's quite a big project. You think, I can't do that, but breaking down those steps makes it so easy, doesn't it? Right. So, price for commenting, price for buying within the next 24 hours. I will draw the other one a little bit later. Right. The reason that there's not a box this time is because when we decided to sort of start doing the papers, I wanted to do a release sort of in the first week of each month, and it was going to be 2 different collections. One would have a box and one wouldn't. So you've got the options. I wanted to sort of cover everyone's sort of price band as well. So there's the box would come with one, and then just papers for another collection. But we sort of got a bit topsy-turvy, and it was sort of coming towards the middle of the month when I was releasing. So for this one, we've really rushed to get this one out. Ben's been printing like a madman, so I could get it out in the first week of the month. So it's just papers this time, and then the first week of next month there's going to be a box and then some papers. But as it happens, next month is going to be all those Christmas releases. So what I was thinking of doing actually is a box that's going to go with them all, because they're all sort of that sort of same colour palette, the pastels, and the sort of soft, huey kind of Christmas collection. All of them are quite similar. So I'm going to put a box together, and what you're going to be able to do next month is the box will go with any of those collections, so you can pick what collection you want to go with it, and you can order the box or not, entirely up to you. So that's what we're going to do. So that's why there's no box this time. I wanted to sort of get myself back on sort of that road that I wanted to be on. So if that makes sense. Um, Advent calendar made too. You did, Emma. I've seen them. They are looking lovely. Linda, I think you sent me a picture of yours as well, definitely. Loving the lists. I love lists, Vicky. I have to have lists everywhere. Sometimes you'll see a list on the back of my hand. Anywhere I can write something so I don't forget. I wouldn't have even attempted the calendar in a couple of years when I'm better. Give it a go. You'll love it. It's a labour of love, isn't it? But definitely worth it. May I ask a quick question? How do you cut your grey board? My trimmer guillotine doesn't cut through it smoothly. My large Crafter's Companion guillotine. So the large one is what I use for my mount board and grey board. It's somewhere. I use that. It cuts like a dream. So that is what I use for that. I think, do you know what Helen was saying? I think she's got a Tim Holtz one, and she says that cuts through her mount board brilliantly. So I think if Helen's still here, I think that's the one that she was saying that she's got that works brilliantly for that. But yeah, my CC one works brilliantly. The guillotine, not the trimmer. I would imagine any kind of guillotine is better for your mount board, just because of it's more like a giant sword, isn't it, than a little piddly blade that goes up and down on a little paper trimmer. So I hope that helps. Helen is definitely the one I'm pretty sure who said about the Tim Holtz one. I followed your directions and making an exploding box for my granddaughter's birthday tomorrow. Definitely not as good as yours. I'm sure it's beautiful, but pleased with it. Well, that's it, isn't it? That's all that matters. If you're happy with it, I'm not saying that, it's rubbish. Just took my foot out of my mouth. Do you know what? Crafting, it's very much like art, isn't it? If you like it and you're very happy with your finished process, I think that's all that matters, really. I think once we start saying, "Oh, mine's not as good as," or "I'm not as good as," I think it's. I think we're all brilliant, and I think, sorry. I think we're all brilliant at what we do, and I think it's just as long as you enjoy the process and have fun with it, then that's all that matters. I've turned into a bit of an advert there, didn't I? Um, the boxes are taking me forever. Yeah, they do. There was a few years ago, I think it was the year before I joined Crafters Companion. I'd made a couple of different ones, and then loads of people started ordering them. And I think I did about 20 advent calendars. And then ever since then, I've refused to do them for orders. I know that might be a bit mean, but 24 boxes, 20 odd times. No, I still have nightmares about those orders. I am feeling better, thank you, Crafty Chimp. I've still got a bit of a niggly headache. It's sort of towards the end of the day, it starts to come on. But the doctor was saying was that hot? He's just had some sort of Chinese food with chilies in and beef and beans, apparently. It's very, very hot. What were I saying? Let me have a look at my what's this taking me for? Oh, feeling better. See, look, that's how quick that I forget things. I'm just checking the time. So I've only been chatting for 15 minutes. We're all right for a minute or two yet. Yes, the after COVID, all these weird side effects and lingering things, the doctor said, because I had it 4 times and 2 quite bad, the headaches are just unfortunately one of those things. She says they'll come and they'll go, which they do. So she says you just have to, take either your paracetamol. I think she said ibuprofen is better because COVID does something with the swelling in your brain, and ibuprofen's great for, the muscles and swelling and all that. I don't know, I can't remember what she said, but they'll come and go. So, but yes, I'm feeling so much better. Thank you. Hardest part of my event calendar is finding different items to put in each box. Yeah, that's it. Um, I think it's all right if you just bung in a little bit of chocolate in each, but sometimes if you've gone to all that effort, you want to like do something really exciting with it, don't you? Comparison is the thief of joy. I love that. It absolutely is. It really is. Um, Lots about advent calendars. Did Helen tell you about the trimmer? I must have missed that one. I was chatting a little bit, wasn't I? Um, Recently done your tutorial of your train, and again, your instructions are great and easy to follow. I am now going to make the crackers, and I have started your work like, oh, it's my train's up there, and I was just debating whether I could reach it or not because I've got a big shelving unit in front of me, and the new one that I've made is on there. Ben's watching; he might be able to come in and grab it down for me because I can show you. No box, tick, my workshop very quickly. Or shall I do that at the end? Shall we look at the papers and then I'll tell you about the workshop? I think we will. Let's have a look at some papers. But my list's right there, so I'm not going to forget it. Let me move my phone. So we've got well, I've got two collections, but with sort of two ads in each or two designs in each. But sweets and chocolate. But I'm going to have to stop reading. So what we've got two autumnal ones. So we've got my autumn days, and I will go through them for you. And we have got pumpkin pie. I love that. And then the two sort of Halloweeny ones, we've got All Hallows Eve, and I have got Trick and Treat because why choose? We want them both. Uh, so I'll put them to the side and we'll go through. So we'll start with the autumn ones because they're the ones that are on top. So let me take it out of that so you can see a little bit better. I'm going to try and get my left and right correct tonight. I'm going to try. Won't happen, but I'm going to try. So we'll start with autumn days. Now, this is your front sheet, and since we started doing these, you get sort of a little bit of an extra on there because you've got one of each of the papers. So autumn, we've obviously gone very rustic. You've got those beautiful oranges, those rusty colours, pumpkins, sunflowers, lanterns. You've got some little toadstools down there. And then you've just got that lovely, beautiful scene in a park. The colours. I was thinking, actually, I had a thought in mind. I didn't want to go I wanted it a bit more brighter, but it just didn't quite go. And then when Ben added sort of more of the oranges in from it, I was like, no, that's absolutely perfect. So you got the sun peeking through there. It's just beautiful scenes. Little family sat on there with some little teddy bears, the baskets, the pumpkins in there. Again, all those leaves on the floor. There we go. When I get to a certain sort of distance away from the camera, it sort of goes a little bit dark. So I'm trying to keep it exactly where it needs to be. So that's the second one. I love this one. I'm going to say that about everyone. There we go. So you've got one of those lovely bandstands in the park. You've got that lovely little couple sat on there. Oh, do you see what I mean about how that went really funny then? I'll let it calm down a minute. There we go. There you go. Oh, you can see it a lot better back there. So those just sat around. I don't know what that is, but it's not having none, is it? It keeps going really weird. I wonder if I don't know. The colours were beautiful. Love it already. Me need this one. I've bought some pumpkin dyes to use as embellishments. Perfect. So I'm going to hold it a little bit further back, but I'll hold it up for a little bit longer so you can. Does that help? Oh, that helps, doesn't it? So again, another one with one of those lovely bandstands. Your sunflowers, that beautiful sun peeking from behind. It's just the colours. They're just so warm and so inviting. Love that with the old couple. I love that one. So this one, you've got more of your greens on this. This is a bit earlier in the day. Um, so you've got more greens and sort of those yellows of sun tones coming through rather than that dark, rusty, orangey colour, but still very autumnal. I just, I love it. I think Ben, again, has just done an amazing job on putting up with me when I'm saying yes, no to stuff. Look at that one. I love that one again. You've got the sun peeking through, you've got the lantern, you've just got lots of, I've got little bit of a river running through. I love this one. I'm not going to say that, I'm just going to show you them. You can almost see the water moving on that one. I have a work colleague birthday on Halloween, and these would be perfect. Also, this is not just Halloween. Exactly. So this is definitely autumnal. So if there's anything, there's someone's birthday, anniversary coming up at this time of year, they're going to work absolutely perfect for that. Even though there's those pumpkins in some of these, they're not pumpkins they're not jack-o'-lanterns, so the faces aren't carved, things like that. So it's just an autumnal collection. Got a little squirrel there. Again, you've got that lovely lake or whatever it is called. In the park, it's a lake, isn't it? They sat around the lake. But what I love about that one, I'm going to try and bring it closer without my camera spazzing out. I love that on the lamppost, that big ball of flowers. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. And then we've got a couple here that are it's just that beautiful lane in the park, isn't it? When all those, try and hold it straight, and all those leaves are falling. I can't do it. You can't do it straight. You'll have to tilt your heads. This one and the next one would be absolutely perfect for a scrapbooking page. When you're scared to cover something up. So I've thought these two are absolutely perfect because you're not covering important bits up, if that makes sense. And again, it makes me want to put on my coat and go outside and go to the park and just playing those. Do you still play in the leaves? I'm okay, I'm 46, I'm 47 next week, and when it's autumn and all those leaves have dropped on the floor, I'm first winning and kicking them. Do you ever grow out of that? I don't think you do you? So again, can't hold it straight. You've got that lovely little brook trickling underneath the bridge. You've got a family crossing over it. And again, the trees and the sun, pumpkins and little toadstools, a little mossy down there, little mossy tree stump. I got there. And then the last one in this one as well. Again, you've got, it's similar, but a little different. So just ignore me. See? But both absolutely beautiful, a little different. So that's the autumn days. And I've got to say, I'm absolutely in love with that. I think it's just a perfect time. Well, of course, it's almost like I know what I'm doing. It's like an autumn version of Narnia. Yes, yeah. Girl, you're killing my bank account. Sorry, Gaz. Sorry, not sorry. Loving the colour palette, thank you. Think, just frame and have home decor. Do you know what? I mean, I've done that in the past with paper pads, especially my 12 by 12. Some of them, and I always said it on air to you, some of the 12 by 12s you just want to pop in a frame and put on your wall. And I've done that in the past, and definitely, because it's almost like a little bit of artwork, really, isn't it? I'm 60 and still kick leaves. Glad it's not just me. Beautiful, stunning. I could frame all of these. Love the sound. Never to when they're crispy and you're walking through and all the crunching of the leaves. Absolutely. I adore this collection. I have to say this, but I think some of these will make beautiful sympathy cards. Yes. See, I didn't want to say that, and I don't know why we hate saying that because unfortunately we do need to make them. And I think so. There was a couple in there. There was that little old couple sat on the bench with the bandstand in the middle. There's definitely a few in here that would work beautifully for sympathy cards. Absolutely. Are those just because cards? Just because, or I'm just thinking of you, something along those lines. Right, so we'll go on to the pumpkin pie. I love this one. Do you think I'll ever not say that? I don't think I'll ever not lift up a piece of paper and say, or not say, I love this, because I'm a paper addict. Rice paper is very nice, sells in different size rolls. Oh, did I miss something? Right, so again, pumpkin pie. It's got my new logo on that my son did for me. So you've got Paper by Michelle and then the collection, Pumpkin Pie. So these are, you've got lots of pastel colours running through. I wanted it to be totally different to the collection that I've just done. So these are pastel pinks and with that black. So you've got that beautiful black plaid running through. You've got black and pink pumpkins. Again, you've got the lanterns and the leaves and the sunflowers. So sort of all the same ingredients, but just in such different colours. I love this one. I can't help it. It's like it just comes out before I think about it. So again, if I bring that closer, can you see these two? Where am I? These two here. They've got little faces on. I just thought that was a little bit of fun. But again, this is one of the sort of the pastel pinks. Perfect if or someone you know is having actually a baby at this time of the year. Those pinks would work beautiful. But again, look, I love the pumpkins. So there's the stripy one, there's the plaid one down there, and then you've got all those pastel colours running through. So we do have some more traditionally ish colours in here. You've got the orange, but you've got that giant plaid orange and black pumpkin. You've got all those sunflowers. Sorry? Director's just come in and said, don't forget to read the comments. He's a harder taskmaster than Johnny, can I just say? Let me make if I've missed anything, this is where we need that sort of alarm bell, isn't it? I'm late. Hello, Barbara. Hello. Love the logo, very classy. He did a great job on it. He said to me, he says, yours is nice. He says, but it's sort of nothing. He says it needs to be something. So that's what he did for me. Great to see you, Michelle. This may have been asked, but would we be able to get these in the US? Heather, absolutely. So I do post all these to the US. Your postage, you're talking about $15 upwards. It's roughly, depending on how many you order, the way it goes up between $15 and $20. It would, so obviously, depending on what you wanted to order, I'd weigh it and then I'd give you a price. But yes, absolutely. I've been posting these to the US. I've had one parcel go missing. So I'm quite proud of, I don't know why I'm quite proud of myself. It wasn't me who lost it. It was Every. But we've had one go missing and I've resent that and I did it on a fast track. So she got it even quicker. So yeah, so I've had no issues or anything like that posting to the US. I've even posted some to Australia. So yeah, so if you're happy to pay the postage, I'm happy to post it to you, absolutely. These are just incredible and I will use them for a feature wall in my kitchen. Yes, that sounds great. If you do that, you must take pictures and share them. So what does everyone think about a page? Like not a fan page, because that just sounds weird, but a page where you can all post your stuff that you've done with my papers or inspired by something I've made. Let me know what you think about that, and then we'll have to come up with a name for it. Oh, Michelle, you're killing me. Thank you very much, Donna. Do apologise. Beautiful colours, wonderful, thank you. Do I dare ask, are you any closer to finding a rice paper you're happy with? We actually had a play with the rice papers today. Um, Believe it or not, they're not, you would think rice paper, but because we're printing on it, we have to get a printable one. And some of them are just really cheap feeling and cheap looking. I don't want a cheap and nasty rice paper. So we've had a play with one today, so that might be a go. And if it is, I'll pop a post up saying that, there's a few rice papers available. So, but I will let you know definitely. Um, I've tried a few, and it has to be right. It's a bit different with paper, I tried a few different papers, and then we came up with one I'm happy with. But rice papers are just, some of them soak the ink up too much. Some of them look a bit pants. So it has to be right, definitely. Hi, craft friends. Hi, Liz. Thank you for joining us. Would love a group site. Fabulous. We were trying to come up with names so people know that it's my page for my stuff, but it doesn't make me look like I'm a bit of a big head, like Michelle's fan page or something like that. It has to be something nice. Paper by Michelle Craft Group for us to share, mates, definitely. Right, so should we look at the rest of these? So I was on this one, wasn't I? Because we were saying more traditional with those oranges, but I've still got that plaid in there. We've got the Hello Autumn down there in back of that lovely pickup truck, quite traditionally, I think. And then, there we go. I can't get these straight. It's going to kill me. Again, you've got those oranges, but more of a peachy orange. There's a fine line. There we go. More of a peachy orange on some of these. And again, you've got all those nuts and all those little pine cones, things like that. Very autumnal. Another one in sort of that same colourway, but outside, lovely picnic blanket in the middle of the park, little tea lights and candles, and again, that black and peachy orange plaid pumpkin. Do you think I like a plaid pumpkin? It's just a little bit different, isn't it? Rather than just having all those pumpkins on there. There we go. There we go. Again, so another one in one of those pickup trucks, but a little bit different. You've got those plaid cushions in there. The plaid blanket there. And again, it's very autumnal. So this is like inside that beautiful pickup truck. And again, those colours just running through, all those lanterns in there. I'm very much in love with this collection. So this is your deeper oranges with that beautiful wreath on front of that huge pumpkin. Lots of smaller ones. You've got that autumn sign there as well. Just lush. It's been very hard to just be printed because we've been so busy, because obviously I've got one going to uni, one going to college, and I've got a baby. I haven't got a baby on the way. I've got a grandbaby on the way. So I've just had so much going on. So I really haven't had chance to do much except for get all these ready. So this is some lovely sage greens there with those beautiful yellow sunflowers. Again, you've got that lovely sign, the blankets, the plaid, the stripes going on. I very much love this collection. This next one's quite cute. Just making sure I'm not missing no. It would be lovely to see other people's creations. That's it. Yes. It's all well and good. Me trying to fit stuff in where and when I can, but it's so nice to see all you creating, either inspired by my stuff that I've made or with my papers, and then you're inspiring each other, aren't you? Hey again, Michelle. Do I message you in Messenger to place an order? Yes. Pop over to my Facebook page and just pop in there. Let me know what you want. We'll go through if we need to weigh it for the US. We'll go through that price. You let me know what you want, and it's all via PayPal. So it's very safe and secure. I do have a couple of people who pay me just via bank transfer. I think that's just a UK thing. They are, I've known them for a while, so they trust me, I think. They know where I live, so um, I want to have a picnic in that truck. Me too, Elizabeth, definitely. Card didn't work out as I wanted to use pieces to make Xmas tags. We see that's it. That's absolutely it. You adapt. If you go a little bit wrong, you adapt, don't you? Loving the soft edge to this set. Yes, that's so different to the first collection, isn't it? So this one, again, you've got those lovely sage greens. Can you see the vase there with with the little pumpkin on it, smiling just there? I think that's very cute. But again, those sage greens and the creams and the black, um, the colours all work beautifully with black. I thought I was hoping that it wouldn't be harsh because I was thinking black no, I think it works absolutely brilliantly. The black just makes it a little bit different to sort of what you're seeing. And again, look at this, that giant plaid pumpkin, lantern, those lovely sunflowers. And then the last one in this collection is this one. Oh, there we go. This is quite clean and simple, isn't it? So we've gone sort of through some fussy ones to some more clean and simple ones. But this is, again, it's more of a peachy orange working with that one. So that is your pumpkin pie. So 2 down, 2 to go. Let me just have a quick. When we get a collection, can we also get individual sheets? Absolutely. If there's one particular one in here that you want to order 4 of, absolutely, you can do that. Because it's just me and Ben, we're not sort of a big company. We're not a big company taking over the world yet. But I think even when I do, I think you get a huge paper pad. I mean, there's 12 in each, but there's always that one, isn't there, that we don't want to use because we love it so much, or we wish that there were like 5 of it in. So yes, absolutely. If you want to order multiples of a particular design, then yes, you absolutely can do. And not just in the 12 by 12s, in the A4s and the 6 by 6s. If you just want 12 of one of the designs, then that's absolutely fine by me. Gaz, I like that name suggestion. What did you suggest? Michelle's Crafty Companions. Are you being sarcastic, Gaz? Just swear so bad. Right, you're bad, Gaz, you're bad. Did I miss Rhonda? Because everyone's saying hi to Rhonda. Yes, I did. I think I did. So how much will the collections be? So they're the same price. My 12 by 12s are £12. The A4 pad is, so let me show you one of the A4 pads, just in case. The A4 pads all come with the 8 by 8 at the top and 2 just under 3 by 4 sort of toppers at the bottom. So that's the A4 pad. I think someone called it a rad pad the last time. It's sort of stuck, so it's my A4 rad pad. So they're £10, and then the 6 by 6 is £6. So they're always going to be that same price. The Christmas ones all came with an extra sheet, because it was Christmas and it was very hard to decide between all Ben's designs, to be fair. Gaz, sarcastic never. I can't wait for you to do your cut top pads and stamps. Yes, all with yeah, definitely. We definitely wanting to obviously get bigger and stuff. So lots of stuff coming up, definitely. Matthew, hello. Can't wait for Halloween papers. I've made a coffin already for your papers. Have you? Coffin box, a coffin card? Because I made a card today. So I made a coffin card. So I've got my little boo up there, and I sort of did it. So we've got this. I don't know if you can quite see. Let me. Don't know if you can quite see, but I've got a squishy thing on the front. You see how it squishes? So just it stands lovely. And all I did was cut a coffin shape. I did a little bit of fussy cutting there. On here, I've got some wooden frames. I just popped that wooden frame on, and that beautiful webbing stuff we got from I got from Crafters Companion. I love that webbing stuff. It is so much fun. So I made there we go. Made a lovely little, very simple card. It just opens up with that's the Halloween one. I haven't shown you that yet. I'll show you that next. I also made so this is one of those it's the 8x8 that I used on there, and all I did was mat and layer it onto some black card, and then I cut the black card in four instead of cutting my pattern paper into four and then cutting the black so there's a border all the way around. I did it so there's just the border, right? So literally mat and layered it onto the black and then cut that in half. I just thought it's a little bit different. And then you can see that I used one of the toppers at the top, and I did exactly the same. I just cut it into four, and then I've just got a lovely little stand on the back to allow it to stand up. I used some of those pine cones from the craft kit, the Christmas one. What is the Christmas one? It was, wasn't it? Was it? What's the Christmas one? Slept since then. So I made that with the pumpkin. And then the only other one that I've managed to do, I will get, now they're all back, nearly all back at school, college, uni, I'll be able to definitely get on with tutorials and stuff. But I just used that one. I think this is one of those that actually I think would make a lovely sympathy card. I just put an acetate dome on the front, a little bit of foam to create some height. So made just a few nice simple cards with those. Make amazing coasters. Oh, Michelle, I don't do Halloween, but I love that paper. I might need it. Well, I'm going to show you the Halloween ones now. Because I sort of wanted to do it where you can use them for Halloween, but I think you can also get away without. So using it for other things, because there's so many people love this kind of thing. And I think if you go over the top with pumpkins and stuff, it's just very gothic. It's very the castles, it's gothic, it's a little bit different. So this is my All Hallows Eve. So that's the front. And then we've got going through these, we've got bold blacks. So you've got the castles, you've got all the things that you would expect to see in some sort of gothic sort of movie, but with black roses. I mean, there's black roses and pink roses sort of running through this one. So you can see where the edge on this particular one is not just Halloween, but you could definitely get away with it for people who love that alternative look. So that's one. This one, I'm going to do it every time. I can't help it. It just comes out. This is, can you see, you've got those deep purples, so much deeper than what it's really allowing you to see. Deep purples and black, and you can see there's sort of purple moon up there. And again, you can get away with this definitely for Halloween, but definitely just for that alternative look, definitely. How many times did I say definitely then? About 5? Just blacks on this one. Blacks and oranges, but again, you've got that lovely, huge window, sort of stained glass window in the back. The black roses just add that alternative edge to it, a little bit more romantic. So if someone's getting married, and you know that they'd like something a bit more, it's gothic, it's very Nosferatu and vampire and all that sort of kind of thing. So again, this is another one with the blacks, and you've got that orange, but the orange really is just popping from the jack-o'-lanterns that are lit and the candles. And again, you've got that huge moon in the background. Just different. This is pinks and blacks through this. Look at the sky in this one. It's not, never does pick it up. When you see the sky, you're going to be like, oh my God, because it is just stunning. Those peaches to the pinks, to the blues, just It's almost like something that we've made with our ink pads, you know, when we do the lovely blending. But this, I think, because of that sky in the back, is absolutely stunning. What do you think? Note from my producer. Give Jane Gibson a quick show of your makes. She missed it. Did you miss it? I do apologise, Jane. I missed the makes. I'll have to catch up. No, you stay there. Let me give you another quick look. So with one of the pumpkin ones, it's the A4 pad. So I used the 8x8 and then one of the toppers. I just made myself a nice little stand on this one, make it a little bit different. I'll be posting all these on my page for you to have a good look at. This is the Autumn Days. So that was the pumpkin pie. This is the Autumn Days. I just put a lovely acetate dome on, nice and simple with this one. Sometimes I like to keep them nice and simple, and then when I decide who they're for, then I'll embellish or not. And then with the Halloween one, the next one that I've got coming, I made this lovely, what do you call it, a pumpkin coffin. So that's my card base. And then I've got it's nice and squishy, so it will fold flat if you want to post it. And then I just fussy cut some pumpkins at the bottom, used a lovely black frame on that one. So do not worry if I miss a message, you let Ben know, because Ben's in the room. He's checking all the messages to make sure that I don't miss anything. Gaz, oh my god, I can't live. Love it. Love the gothic. Mature Halloween is a good definition. Yeah, definitely. Frame worthy. Again, yeah, I mean Halloween, if you're having a Halloween party or anything like that, these are my daughter would love these. It's very much up her street. She's very alternative. She's into rock music. She's into, you know, she likes to be a little bit different, and this is definitely a little bit different. So blacks and pinks, and again, you've got that orange here with this one. You've got castles. You know, Dracula's up there with Keanu Reeves, isn't he? I think we'd all like to be up there with Keanu Reeves, really, wouldn't we? So just it is definitely a little bit alternative Halloween, I think. I love this one. Look how pink that is. I mean, it's pink, romantic, pink and blacks. It's not girly pink, although yeah, it can be girly, it can not be girly. But again, you know, these are 12 by 12s. Don't feel like you have to use them as a 12 by 12. I've shown with my past collections, cutting them down still really, really works. So having sections of these is still going to work if you were thinking, what will I do with a 12 by 12? So we've got some ravens flying through this one. Again, black and pink roses with a pop of orange from all those lights. And then the castle, that moon outside, look. Just love them. So another purpley one, purples and blacks. Trying to get it straight. Again, you've got that castle outside, you've got those open archways, you've got the roses, black pumpkins on this one, that beautiful dilapidated castle, I think running through them all, but we're actually looking out to another beautiful castle. Wait a minute. My camera didn't like that. I went too quick to my camera. There we go. So we've got red roses running through this one. Again, those archways, the windows, the castle, the bats, the pumpkins, all just add up to, I think, beautiful scenes. We've got purples again, some purple pumpkins down there. Beautiful purple moon. It's huge. It's just gorgeous. The bats, you've got that lovely what material would we call that? It's not net, it is like a netting, isn't it? Just swagging back from those windows. It's just so much to take in on them, isn't there? And then the last one in this. So this is a pinky red rose. Let me hold it straight. I think this is one of the ones that I actually posted. And it's just, again, there's so much to take in, isn't there? They are like a little bit of artwork. So that is the All Hallows Eve. Colours are amazing. Thank you. Oh, Matthew, your message was retracted. What did you say? That moon is stunning. He's the moon running through all of these. They're huge and they're just beautiful. I think if I hold this one up, the moon, you can see all the different moons on all of the different pages in there. It's just amazing. Glad Matthew did order his, yes. He pre-ordered. Need this collection too. Gorgeous colours. It's giving Halloween box. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. If I had to pick a favourite, it would be all of them. See, that's me. When I pick a favourite, it's always all of them. And if I have to pick, between 1 and 5, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's just too hard to decide sometimes. So last but not least, we've got Trick and Treat. So this one, so the All Hallows Eve is very, I think, very gothic, very grown up Halloween, isn't it? So this next collection, the Trick and Treat, so this one's it's literally the children are trick or treating. So we've got, if you're wanting to make cards for anyone, your kids and things like this one is going to be perfect for that. Still very, very alternative, but we've got a little bit more tradition in there with all those children having a play. Ish, she says. In the first one, they're not playing at all. They're sat down having a good chat, like two best friends would do. They'd be sat out there on the steps discussing what rubbish candy or that bloke give me an apple in mine, and it's absolutely disgusted. But I've still got those flowers running through it, so it's still got that lovely little bit of an edge to it. So this one, if you are getting married and you wanting to use these, or someone who is, this is going to be perfect for your flower girls or your bridesmaids. But then it's still also going to make an awesome Halloween card or project. So you can see the roses running across the top. You've got that beautiful gothic castle. They're stood there discussing, you go knock and run away because I don't want to. But you can't really see, but she's got the most beautiful plummy, pinky dress on. Very romantic. Love it. I tried not to say it. I think I did it for 2, didn't I? Just try not to say, I love this one. Those papers are covered in crotch goblins. So I posted Tommy's back to college pictures, didn't I? And Gaz messaged me and he said she looks gorgeous. And I said, I think so. I think she does, if I do say so myself. And he said to me, he says, well, you should do. He says, those are your crotch goblins. You should be proud. So yes, I says, I'm not telling her you said that, because if I tell her she's my crotch goblin, she will die. So, but yes. Covered in crotch goblins. These collections are absolutely gorgeous. I might be afraid to use them. Well, maybe. I'll have to get one to look at and one to use for special projects. But you've got to, I say that all the time, but you've got to remember, when you've made it into a project, it's going to look even more beautiful because you've zhuzhed it up and it's whatever it is you've made. That's the one out of all of them that blows my mind. How can we possibly cut into these? You have to. It's so hard, but when you do it, when you've actually cut into something and you've created something, you'll actually be really happy that you've done it. So you can see, just showed you that one, didn't I? I've cut into that and it still looks beautiful. But then you've still got the rest of it that you can use for something else as well. So again, we do have some spooky elements. So we've got like a little skeleton type person stood there. You've got the Skelly Bob up here holding a pumpkin. So, we've got some traditional spooky elements running through. But when you add it to the Gothic castle and those kind of colours that we've used, it just opens up how much more you can use it for, not just Halloween. I love this one. So you have with this one, you've got all those children sort of playing, whatever it is that they're doing. There's some spooky little ghosts in there. You've got the bats. You still got those roses running through it. But do you see what I mean about how this one is more about the peoples, the children? So I nearly did it. Caught myself. But I do love this one. I just do. Again, they're there, they're dressed up in their little outfits. You've got the sort of skellybobs, and again, you've got the roses, you've got that beauty. There we go. Did you see that? You got a hint of how purple that purple is. That made sense to me. I was going to order the first two collections, but love the last one as well. Crotch goblins. I know it's just if you ever need a good laugh, if you're feeling a bit crap, give Gaz a message. Proper cheers you up. He really makes me chuckle. He really does. In fact, there's been many a time I've been like out and about or on the train when I was going to CC, and a message of Gaz has popped up and I've read it, and it's so loud, in the middle of a crowded train and stuff like that. Um, I'm not the quietest of laughers anyway, so when someone makes me laugh out loud, everyone knows about it. So yes, the Gaz knows how to cheer you up, definitely. So again, another one, just beautiful scenes. You've got all those children, carrying their pumpkins, trick or treating. Just the detail that Ben. So down to let me hit here. Look, where is it? There. It's almost like wisteria, but it's not. Just covering the walls of the castles and things like that. One. I do. I love it. I make no bones about it. So you've got the beautiful roses running through those stained glass windows. You've got lots of children all dressed up, sat in amongst all those rose petals. And then you've got that almost like an altar. You've got a few skulls around, you pumpkins, scallybobs, bats, all that stuff that is traditional, but add it with something a little bit romantic, edgy, like the roses, and it opens up a whole amount of things that you can be using these for. Again, you've got those children playing, you've got a huge moon, everything in there. Just taking it all in, isn't it? And then a different one, but again with the children in there. Beautiful stained glass window at the back. Just those ruined castles that they're all in. Oh, I'm taking my time with this one, aren't I? Try spending a day with it. Well, if Gaz gets his finger out and he comes to my workshop, I'll be able to. Well, I have to tell. My list is still here. I haven't forgot to tell you about my workshop. I do like to bring something funny to the party. Do you know what? You're a gem, Gaz. You really are. Look at that moon. I mean, that is like a proper blood moon, isn't it? Again, the children, the castle, all that stuff in there, but totally, absolutely beautiful. So if you wanted to cut this in half, so you're just using the top half on two 6 by 6 pages, there's no children in there at all. Or if you wanted to just use the bottom half, and you are sending it to someone to say Happy Halloween. So on that one 12 by 12, you've got the adults and the kids covered. Again, those roses running through, but on the stained glass windows this time. Um, just there's so much in there. I'm trying to describe these to you as I'm holding them up, but you can see there's just lots going on. Lots going on. I was going to say, I love this one, but I don't think I need to say it anymore, do I? You've almost got like that turquoisey, sea greeny colour going on. Again, all those roses. The children are playing, this time they're playing with those little goblin type skelly bob, weird little cute things. Just again, lots going on. So those are my 4 collections. What do you think? Um, I'm amazed, Michelle. Thank you, Lynn. So many amazing comments. I do go back afterwards and I read through all of your comments, especially to make sure that I haven't missed. Well, I don't need to because Ben comes in with his little notes and tells me if I've missed anything. Breathtaking, stunning. I love everything. I don't know what I'm going to choose. Well, the good thing is, Betty, if you want to pick one now and one in a month and one in another month, or however many, these aren't getting discontinued. I know they're Halloweeny, but it's it's me, and my rules are there's no discontinues. They're not one and done. So if in a couple of months you decide that you want to order some of these, they're still going to be there. They're not going to sell out because we print to order. Obviously, we have many printed off to start with, but then when orders come in, we print to order. So they're always going to be there from my first collections through. So even up to next year, these Halloween collections will still be there because I don't think they're going to date. There's nothing in those that are dating. I think it's the same with my Christmas collections. They're not the latest trend. I think you're always at Christmas, you're always going to get someone who likes the pastels or the brights or the reds and greens or the blues and silvers. So there's certain things that you do that don't age. It's not last year, you can't have that this year. So next year I'll be bringing out more Halloween papers. Well, fingers crossed and touch wood. But then there'll still be these as well. So they're always going to be there for whenever you want to buy them. Stunning, you are both so talented. Thank you very much. I like to think that I supervise Ben very well. He's been teaching me how to change the inks on the printers this week. So that's not been fun at all. I like to sit here and craft. He's been making me do work. It's not good. Love them all. Jaw dropping, awesome, absolutely stunning. He's. I know I say it all the time, and I talk about him all the time, but he's one of those people that you don't know that he can do it. So when you say, I need this or I want this, it could be anything to do with the house, absolutely anything. If I ask him a question, he's got the answer. It's really quite annoying. He's either got the answer or he can do it. So when he was discussing with me in February when I got laid off, made redundant, whatever it was, made redundant, we parted ways. When I parted ways with Crafter's Companion, he was saying to me that you need to do it. And I'm like, I can't draw. And he's like, so on the computer, there's all your graphic design things. And I haven't got a clue where to start with anything. So he sat down and he was like, hey, look. And he showed me some stuff he'd been working on. And I was like, you literally can put your hand to it. Is it a jack of all trades, isn't it? It's quite annoying because he's a jack of all trades. What's the saying? Jack of all trades, something of none. There's like something more to that, isn't there? Jack of all trades. I don't know. But he's a jack of all trades, but good at everything that he does, which is It's quite annoying. Outstanding. Thank you all so much. So many, the screens going up so quick. Master of none. That's me. He's the jack of all trades. I'm the master of none. There's so many of you saying, I knew it was something of none. A jack of all, yeah. We get, see, if I didn't have you guys, I'd not be able to form a sentence at all. Um, right, so to order all four of them, they all come in the 12 by 12, they all come in the A4 rad pad, and they all come in the 6x6s. We've same prices, £12, £10, and £6. Message me over, or you can either email me, because I think my email's on here somewhere. So you can either email me or message me on Facebook. If you haven't Facebook, you want to message me on Instagram, you can do that as well. And we can sort out all your orders. Anyone who orders in the next 24 hours will get put into a prize draw to win something extra. You're all going into the prize draw tonight just for commenting. Just everyone who's commented, Ben will flick through towards the end. You definitely can't say that about yourself. No, definitely not. I think I do have skills. They're just well hidden. This was one of them. I have friends from school who will say to me, I can't believe that you do this for a living, because in art at school, just no. But things happened, aren't there? It was, I mean, you all know, or most of you will know, it was the postnatal depression. And Ben going out and buying me that craft kit, because the night feeds. I discovered Crate and Craft, and he came back one day with that, and that was literally the best. I mean, he's bought me some amazing, but that was like a lifesaver for me. Just that, really, it's from Argos, so from the local catalogue shop. They had this little it was a little plastic drawer set. It had 3 drawers in it, and it had lots of cheap and cheesy stuff in there, and I was literally sticking flowers and toppers and all sorts. In no way, shape or form did anything make sense, but took my mind off of it, and I got a little bit better than that. But yes, I would never have. It was never on my radar as a, what do I want to do? Oh, well, I'll craft, or I'll paper craft or design or anything like that. So it's amazing in how things. Ben always says, and his dad always said that it's the same. Never say no to anything. If an opportunity comes up, go for it, because you just never know. And I think that was definitely one of these things. You just never know. You are the mistress of craft. Thank you very much. But you are both a dream team. He is definitely the yin to my yang. And when I come off of this live, he's going to try and walk through that door, but because his head's going to be so big, he's not going to be able to fit. Take the blooming compliment. It's very hard. I'm really trying. You see, that's another thing. I mean, again, I've never gone into it. Not the best childhood, mum and dad. I don't know. I think they did the best. It wasn't brilliant. I'm from Yorkshire. So if I said something quite Yorkshire, and I didn't pronounce it properly, that was an issue with my dad. With mum, I love mum, and I don't like to say anything bad about her, but she was very much, if she was annoyed or upset with you, if you'd done something wrong, she was one of those, she wouldn't talk to you. She sort of withdrew her love. So that was as a child and growing up. So all these things, and then not the best relationship before Ben. So all these things, as soon as someone gives you a compliment, you're like, there's no way you're talking about me. But I do get told off by you all. Everyone at Crafters Companion used to tell me off for it as well. So I'm getting a little bit better. Just a little bit better. Do you know I could write a book? Oh, I should, shouldn't I? Write a book. I just saw that Lisa Horton is not doing TV anymore. So maybe Creating Craft has an opening. Well, it's funny you say that because I have, they did, a call out a few or so, I don't know, March maybe, for freelance, demonstrators. So I sent in my show reel sounds so fresh, doesn't it? And I got accepted. So, I'm just waiting for an induction day with those, and then who knows who I will be working for. But yeah, I'm on the Create and Craft team as a demonstrator officially. But Lisa Horton, when I told her that I'd applied for it, she went, "Oh my God, that's brilliant." She says, "Because you could go on." She says, "And I would trust you demonstrating my product." So you never know. Again, never say never. Um, Michelle, you have always been fabulous at crafting. I'm glad you started your own business with so much support from your hubby. Thank you very much. Um, I understand most of us are rubbish at it, but we really must. Yes, I know. Oh, Michelle, you are wonderful. Thank you. We will keep telling you until you believe it and then some. It's funny because when I create something, can I go into Ben and I'll show him it? In fact, I need him to come and get this train down. He'll say, "That's lovely." And I'll say, "It is, isn't it?" So I have got a little bit of confidence. Ben, come and get my train down for me. You can hear me. He's coming. You can't reach it. I really want to show him. His earlock. Ben to the rescue. Um, don't feel bad, Michelle. I can't take a compliment either. You see, I tell my kids off for it, and I'm like, "Take the compliment," and they're like, "But you don't." And it's do as I say, not as I do. um, Congratulations. Thank you very much. I'm very excited, definitely. We're just waiting for they're doing induction day. Thank you. Thank you very much. I should have turned the camera around, shouldn't I? So I know you can't see it, but I will lift it up. So let me just put this lid on. So this is my train. So this is the front. So again, I was talking to, I think it was Helen I was talking to, she says, "Could you make this into an Advent one?" And you absolutely could. Because the way that I've made this, it's all stuck down. Actually, you could make this so it lifts off. So you could put something in here. It's big enough for a couple of Ferrero Rochers or a little miniature chocolate bar. And then if I turn, there you go. So that is the lid. So the lid comes off and then it opens up in two. So again, you could put four because it's and I could just 3.5, 4-ish inches for this box. So you definitely could add extra boxes in there, numbered 1 to 4. That one could be number 5 because it just closes back up. And then if I pop it down, the lid. So it's just a little lid. It's got a 1/2 inch lip, and I just wanted it because I wanted it to sit on top, just like that. And then this is, I've only done one at the minute. Again, you know how busy I've been with the kids. They're so demanding. So this is the second one, that the second car. But what I've done is I've done it so these both removed. They're removable. And all I've used is black straws. Um, so again, you've got space in there where you can be adding more boxes in whatever way, shape, or form you want to be adding them, because these are just going to sit back on the top like this. Get that on. Oh, missed one. So again, take that off, take a box out, put the lid, the roof back on. But what I've created on these, so you see this little disc here, I've created like, like the little bumpers that trains have. So it's magnetized. So you can take it off and I can pop it on. So I've also got another one that's magnetized. So if I bring this one in, they're going to stick together. So you can take them apart if you want. You can take them off, but it's strong enough. So when you pull the first one, it will pull them along. So I've got a little bumper system going on as well. So if I just show you those, it's just two little squares of card or two little tubes. I've got magnets in here and they just fit fit on perfectly. It's just holding it off. It's too heavy for that one to hold them both. But if I turn it round, look, it's going to stop. See, it's not going to do it now. It was sat in a particular way where if I hold it there, look that way, it falls off. I think what we've done is I've not got my magnet quite centered. So if I turn this square round a particular way, it's not quite centered and it's not got as much grab. But you can see how it's just a lot of fun, isn't it? When I grow up, I want to be Michelle. Thank you very much. So there is going to be a tutorial coming for this, absolutely, but just on foot, and I'm going to do a third one as well. I'm going to do a third carriage. I have got a couple of designs in mind, so I might end up with a third and fourth. But can you see how easily it would be to change it into an Advent one by adding just smaller boxes inside, or just by sectioning them off? Make a fabulous Christmas train. Yeah. You are incredible coming up with all these ideas. See, this is what I was saying about how I have lists everywhere. You've all seen my designs, my drawings. But I have to, because I can be sat watching telly and it can be a colour, it can be something someone says, it can be the most random thing. And then it sets off this weird chain of events in my brain. And then I get to one of these designs. You are incredible. Thank you, gorgeous. Absolutely talented, thank you. We need this tutorial plus the adaptation for the Advent version. Absolutely. The kids need to leave to your craft. We need you. I know. Well, Tommy started college yesterday and she's touch wood, she's enjoying it. She's doing photography, she's doing English lit, and she's doing a music. So that's good. And then Ollie leaves me next week. He's going to Farnham University. It's about 4 hours away, and he's doing film production. So I just spend most of my days being really sad because he keeps like counting the days down. It's only 9 days now. It's only 8 days now. I like they do. I know. And then and also news about the grandchild. My daughter-in-law, it's a big baby, so they're going to induce her a little bit earlier. So I think it should have been the 24th of September. But yesterday she went in for a sweep to try and bring her on a little bit earlier because they don't want it to get too big. So she had a sweep yesterday. She's having it sounds like a chimney sweep, doesn't it? She's going back in on the 9th, my birthday. Did I mention it was on my birthday? On the 9th. For another sweep. So I'm hoping that one works and baby pops out and I have like a fabulous birthday present. If not, I think it's something like it's the 14th. So the day I take Holly to uni is the day she goes in to be fully induced. So baby could be any time at the minute. I wish I was super talented. Oh, thank you. Your creative brain fascinates me. My brain does a lot of things to most people and it normally scares them. But I love the fact that you crafty people are fascinated by my brain. You're all so lovely. There's so many beautiful comments coming through. Thank you so much. I think you could sell an instruction book with your mates. I think I could, but I feel a bit rubbish doing that because, if you want to know how to make something, ask me and I'll do you a tutorial for free. I think selling it in a book, I don't think I could do that. Because then when I made one and posted it anyway, then people would be like, but I just paid for that in a book. So, yeah. But yes, I could. The thought is a good one, definitely. Which is why I decided to do workshops. as you're having a birthday month, baby bound to be born on your birthday. Yeah. Yes, and it's got to be a birthday month. I think it's a little bit rude to not celebrate for a full month. So that's what I'm gonna do. Workshops. So my first workshop is on the 26th of October at Norfolk Bound. You see all the details on my Facebook page. Um, I need to get the final details sort of nailed down, sort of the price and everything. But what you're gonna get is you're gonna get a full day workshop. So it's gonna be 10 while 5, 11 while 6. Because I've booked it for the whole day, it don't matter if some people turn up at 10 and some don't get there while half 10. And if it runs a little bit over 5 while 6, again, it doesn't really matter. So you're gonna get a full day workshop. You're going to get tea, coffee, drinks all day. There's going to be snacks. Ben's Bakes. Now, Ben's Bakes needs to make a cookbook, but he's also going to do some lunch for us. So he's going to do the lunch, obviously, when everyone's, in fact, what he's going to do is going to drop me off on the morning. I'm going to have the choice of what you can have for lunch, and then you're going to be able to pick. And then he's going to go home. He's going to cook it all for me, or bake it, or whatever it is that we decide to do. It'll probably be a light lunch because I know what Ben's like. If he does you a big lunch, and he's going to have loads of like snacks and stuff, cakes and stuff. So it'll sort of be probably sandwiches and then afternoon tea. So you're going to have like food and drinks all day. The workshop all day. Whatever it is that we're creating, you're going to have everything that you need to create it. I think all I really will be doing is getting you to bring your pencil cases. So your scissors, your ruler, all those sort of little bits, all the glues, all the stuff for your project is all going to be supplied there for you. So you're literally going to need nothing except for yourself and your pencil case. And then I'm hoping at some point, because you know how tech savvy I am, we're going to be able to stream these workshops as well. So if you can't get to the workshop, you'll still be able to pay for the stream, because I don't know how it works, but you can do it that I send you the link for the stream, and if you who sort of paid for it sort of can join. So we're definitely hoping to be able to stream them as well, but we're going to do the first, see how that goes, and if that goes really well, then hopefully there'll be more and they'll be streamed. So if you can't get, or if maybe you're in the US, you can still join. You won't be able to sample Ben's cooking, but you should still be able to please stream in capital letters. Definitely. I need to move to the UK. Sounds fun. You do, Shannon, definitely. Uh, do you know how much rooms are? Rooms? As in the workshop room? Just don't handwrite. Rude. That would be awesome. Just don't handwrite it. I would never do that to you. Never. Uh, in the manor. Oh, how many rooms? Yes. So in Little Massingham Manor, it's on 63 acres. And in the house itself, there's 6 rooms. And then on the grounds, I think there's another 4 or 6. Like there's a little hut. It's not a hut, obviously, but they've got some beautiful places on the grounds that you can stay as well. The beauty about living here in Norfolk is it's all relevant regards to price and that, isn't it? If rooms are in the manor are on their grounds, you can't afford, because we're in Norfolk, there is so many campgrounds. Not that I'm asking you to camp either, but there's B&Bs galore. I think everyone in Norfolk does a B&B because it's a huge popular destination. Ben's Bakes and Michelle's Makes. Oh my god, I love that. If I ever do a flight to UK, I need to plan it in conjunction with your event. You do? You do, or if you plan a holiday over here, then I'll do a workshop to coincide. Um, online workshops, yeah, because again, it's nice to be able to go about and meet you guys, but see, that's another thing that I'm thinking about. If this one goes really well, it would be nice to maybe do some nearer to Helen. So I think she's over near Wales, or some a bit further down, some further up. It'd be nice to be able to do that. So it's more inclusive. Um, Sounds exciting. Sorry, I didn't mean to shout. No, that's okay. Did make me chuckle. Accommodation. So Ben came in and told me. You see, he was doing the just when you look at your kids and you're like, why do you not know? Just the did it really? I would love to come. It's getting there. That's it. I mean, so the nearest train station is about 30 minutes away. So I think it's getting from the train station to the actual place, isn't it? Um, it would be so exciting. See, that's what I love. The thought of being able to meet you all, putting like literal faces to names. Yorkshire, please. Yeah. See, if I get up and I'm doing one up in Yorkshire, you've got to think I'll get Jan to come, I'll get Debbie Robinson to come, because they're obviously in Yorkshire, aren't they? We can do like special edition ones with like Debbie and stuff. Top end of the Lake District. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah. Cumbria. Is it further up? It's like past Yorkshire, past New Newcastle, I think. I've been to the Lake District many times. When we lived in Yorkshire, we used to visit all the time. So it is up from Yorkshire, isn't it? Yes. No, it's not. Yes. Why did I think that it was Wales? I didn't pass geography, can I just say? Think we can get me out of the wedding I meant to go. Yes, you tell him, Gaz, that I've said that you've got to come. It's as simple as that. You need to come south as well. Yes, yeah. Um, Handcrafted by Gaz. I'm hoping to go. Depends on costings. So I'm going to tell you right now. So for the full day, and again, I need to work it out a lot finer detailed, but I think we're talking roughly between 60 and 70 pound for the full day and all the food and everything like that. So I've been having a look about at other sort of craft workshops and things like that and seeing what they include, and not just that, I've obviously worked out what products and everything like that, and we'd need to get. And so there was one woman doing some really weird things with twigs, like sticks, making obelisks. And it was a half-day workshop, and it was like £130. And I'm like, but you're getting all the wood out of the woods and you're charging that much. Now, if she was buying all that stuff for you to make an obelisk with, I'd get that. Oh, that was a bit judgy, wasn't it? I do apologise. I was leaving the flipping car if I have to. Right, so I think I've kept you long enough, haven't I? We've been an hour and a half. Thank you so much for joining me. So very quickly, I've gone over everything, finally went over the workshop, showed you my train. The last thing, I'm just going to hang on for Ben to come in with a name. And then we will pick that name and you will win a selection of your choice. So a 12 by 12, an A4 and a 6 by 6. from whichever collection you want. So you can pick the 12 by 12 from the pumpkin pie, the A4 from the trick and treat, and the 6 by, or you can have all of the same. So when he comes in and tells me, then what we'll do is obviously afterwards, I pop me a message and we can sort out your prize. And then within the next 24 hours, whoever purchases will get the same. Normally it's a box, but because I haven't got a box, you will get to pick the 12 by 12, A4, and 6 by 6 of your choice. Right. So Ben's just coming in and he said, Angela for crafts. So Angela Forecraft, message me and you can pick some papers of your choice. So congratulations. Is she still on? Oh, that's me. That's what I do. That's what I do. I never win anything. So when something, yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? Put on your list the group for us to share. Oh, yes. So if anyone's got a really good name for a group for me, that just reminded me, let me know. I'm just reading out the congratulations. Right, so I am going to let you go. Thank you so much for joining me. If anyone's got any ideas for some collections that they'd like to see, don't forget, let me know. We are working on the last one that you guys asked for was the Egyptian one. So we're working on that. So that will be coming soon. I'm just lots of congratulations. I love it. So yes, so if there's anything, I know someone said something about Baby's First Christmas. So that's going to be one of the collections that I'm bringing out next month. There's all these you don't really get it. So I've got some that say Baby's First Christmas, and I've got some that say Twins First Christmas as well. Because someone messaged me and asked me about that as well. You don't see sort of the more unusual things. And then just, First Christmas. So, lots of exciting stuff. Someone put Michelle's Crafty Companion. I like that. It was Gaz. Pretty sure it was being sarcastic. Someone said Michelle's Marvelous Makers. That was a little bit cheesy, but it did make me chuckle. I haven't got them. I don't know where I've put them. Ben's just come in and said, "Are you giving some sneak peeks of papers?" But I'm not, because I haven't got them with me. Put them away somewhere really safe. He stood over there. Shall I turn the camera because he's run out the room? Oh, I like that. What, the Michelle's Marvelous Makers? Collection idea: Greek islands. Oh, I like that. Greek islands. I did say Egyptian collection. Have we got no sneak peeks? No, they're up there somewhere. And I know I've got a huge tower of 12 by 12 slots, the MDF things, and it's in one of them. And I don't label them because I know where everything is until I go look for something, and then I don't know where anything is. Ben's just come in. He's trying to sneak past me with no one seeing him. He's got his phone so he can watch on the screen him walk. So, so you can't see him. Stay there. Let me see if I can find him. Excuse my bottom. Um, just no organisation. No, they're just well put away. So, but I will definitely as soon as I can, you'll be getting sneaky peeks. So, what day are we? Thursday. Within the next few days, you'll be getting sneaky peeks of what's coming next month anyway. So, and I'll even pre-print some of my collections that are coming, so you can have a sneaky peek of those as well. Michelle, marvelous makes. Michelle's creative concoctions. That's about right, isn't it? um, so there's lots of fab ideas on here. Let me write some down. So we've got Greek islands. What did someone else say? We're doing the Egyptian, aren't we? Wonders of the World collection. I like that. What would that entail for you, though? Like the Seven Wonders or anything in particular? I mean, definitely drop me a message. If there's something, specific you have in mind, absolutely. Oh, Michelle's Crafty Crew. World of Wonders. Different landmarks. Ah, could be writing it. I've got to write it down. Are we still live? Had a call from my sister. We're still live. We're just chatting nothing at the minute. But yes, we're still live. We're just coming up with ideas. I said, if there's any ideas that you've got, for like future collections, if there's something that you've been looking for and you can't find it anywhere, drop me a message. Say, I'd love something along these lines. Michelle's Paper Playmates. I like that. Aaron said he heard his name. Is he listening? Because if he's listening, I'm telling him that you've both got to come. He don't need to be best man at no wedding. They'll not miss him. I'll miss him. So yes, I'll let you all get off, but definitely. So Angela for Crafts, message me about your prize. Anyone who wants to order, pop me a message and I'll go through all those tonight. Michelle's Master Makers. Collection idea, European vacation. Each city or country, any time of year. I like that. I should just take my phone and take a screenshot, a picture, shouldn't I? Vacation, vacay, cities. Because the thing is, you don't really get it with bigger companies, and I sort of get why. I think they try to follow sort of the trends, which is why you'll probably find lots of companies will all release a celestial collection, and then you'll find that lots of companies sort of one after another will release a collection very similar, because there's the trends that go through as the same as there is in the fashion world and everything like that. But because we're smaller, we can do sort of these collections for you, because for us it's not about obviously it is about the making of money and things like that, but for bigger companies that they need to make money, and if it's a collection that's a little bit more niche, they're not going to make as much money on it, so they're not going to touch it. So for instance, Crafter's Companion, they will follow the trends of what they know sells, and for them it's all the florals and the butterflies. And if you'll notice, there's a trend that runs through all of their paper pads. They're sort of, and I'm not dissing them because I love Crafter's Companion and everything like that, but you will find they're quite similar, with an overlay of dragonflies or an overlay of a particular flower, because that's their style. So it's the same with Minty, or it's the same with Graphic 45. They've got that same style that they will run through. But for us, because we're smaller, we can be more for you rather than more for the money, if that makes sense. We're dissing no one. Galaxy. Cosmic Galaxy, yes. Fashion or music collection. Art Deco. I've been having a play with Art Deco, I've got to say. Um, he has actually. Ben just come in. I don't know if you remember. Um, Ben sent in one of his galaxy pictures into when the Cosmic collection was released at Crafters Companion, because Ben up there, Ben, not my Ben, he showed the picture on air, and that was what Ben had taken. So actually, we could incorporate some of his into pictures that he's taken into a collection, definitely. Different and interesting. Thank you, Elizabeth. Fashion, music, yeah, fashion. This is big list. But the thing is, if it's something you want and I'm ignoring what you guys are wanting, it's a bit pants, really, isn't it? No, you will never, ever find a paper pad from me with butterflies on. Now, we're going to say now I love butterflies. Don't get me wrong. I don't. I hate a butterfly. I don't mind them on my paper pads, but not in them. Sometimes you've just had enough of something, haven't you? If I see another butterfly or flower again, I'll scream my backside off. Weird and wonderful. Oh, definitely. So I've been having a play with that as well. Weird and wonderful. I've been having to sort of contain myself because I've got this amazing picture in the living room, and it's three people. It's sort of like a sepia tone. Three people stood with each other, but they've got rabbit heads. Okay. So it's definitely a little bit weird. It's definitely little bit out there. So I do like something a little bit different. I love my horror. I love weird and wonderful. I love dark. Have you brought it? I've got to show you this because it's just gorgeous. So can you see that? And in those sort of sepia tones, things like that. I love anything like that. So if you love anything like that, you'll have to let me know. Steampunk, absolutely. Ben's just let me know he's writing all these down, so I can stop now. Animals, sunset, yeah, all ideas. A circus sideshow collection, definitely. Mount Hills, rivers, yeah. Sepia collection of landscapes, yes. Beatrix Potter meets drugs. The picture, just a little, isn't it? So many ideas. I love it. Thank you all for the ideas. Oh, Highland cows are very on trend here. They are here. Glitzcraft, Leona from Glitzcraft, she does lots of MDF stuff. And that's one of hers. She's got so many Highland cow type things going on, and I love them. So if you like your MDF, have a look at Glitzcraft. She's doing pens at the minute as well, loads of pens, and they've got like little Highland cows on the top. I love them. But Michelle loves butterflies. Where was we? Oh, I went back to Norfolk Bound the other week to check out the room and see it with the tables and chairs in and things like that. And they've got this huge woodland area. And as you're walking towards it, it's just like open grass. It's absolutely stunning. I cannot tell you how many dragonflies there were. And they were huge. And Ben's saying to me, "You've got to stop screaming." Just hit me side of the head and everything. It proper dive bombed me. It was like the most terrifying. My life flashed before my eyes. So when I do my workshop, I won't be going down that garden end, can I just say? Was that pic of yours Halloween pic from the 1900s? It probably was, actually. It's very much that era, isn't it? With the really weird, freaky stuff going on. Um, I've got to go. Okay, Carol, I know I'm just chatting nonsense really now at the minute, but thank you so much for joining me. Little House of Horrors, I like that idea. Sunset Moonrise. Um, what are you more scared of, dragonflies or butterflies? I think it's got to be dragonflies because they're huge. I mean, it sounds like a helicopter when it's sort of flying by. Um, but then butterflies, they're like unpredictable because they do that. So I don't know. Both. Not many pig things. Oh, there's not. There's not. I like that idea. Definitely. Dragonflies are beautiful. I mean, if you've ever actually looked at a dragonfly, they're stunning. But just right. I will let you go now. All these ideas, either keep them coming, pop me a message. I'm definitely gonna go through them all. Absolutely. Um, and thank you. Really appreciate it. So if you wanted to order, go message. Any questions, go message. Charlotte's Web. Nice. And then yeah, any questions about anything, just always drop me a message. And thank you so much for joining me tonight. Can't stand anything that flies close. So I'm not an insect fan. Anything like that at all that flies or that crawls. No. Oh, cows and pigs in a farmyard. I like that. Island cat. Yes, I like that. Definitely. Right. Again, thank you very much. So much for joining me. I've had fun. I will get everything posted, all pictures and everything like that. And I will arrange some lives to create all this and some tutorials, especially now that they've nearly all gone back to school and stuff. So thank you all so very much, and I will see you next time. Just give me 5 seconds to end the stream.